How old was I when everything you understood started to come together? I think that really started happening to me. It started probably happening to me when I was in my early 20s. I think the most important realization I had, and I outlined this realization in my book, in the preface of my book, Maps of Meaning, that I realized at about that age that almost everything I said was a falsehood of one form or another. It was either I was using language instrumentally in order to win arguments or to attain dominance or to indicate that I was intelligent or to use it for victory, for narrow, local, personal victory. And I realized that when I was in my early 20s, and I started to, because a voice, in some sense, a voice started inside my head, which I now regard as something equivalent to the cricket in Pinocchio. And it basically continually informed me that the things I was saying weren't, in some fundamental sense, weren't true. And it was very disquieting because the voice that was commenting on what I was saying was making comments of that sort. I wouldn't call them disparaging voices. It was more just a matter-of-fact commentary. But it was saying it about 95% of what I was saying. And I thought, well, that's a strange conundrum, because now I don't know if I'm the voice that's criticizing what I'm saying or if I'm the thing that's saying what's being criticized. How do you figure that out? But I decided that I would take a chance and assume that the part that was suggesting that I wasn't saying things truthfully was accurate, and I started to practice only saying things that voice wouldn't object to. And I think that's also equivalent to some degree to trying to say only those things that make you strong instead of weak, or that make you that do not fill you with a post-speech sense of shame and regret. And I really think that was the beginning of all of this. About this, it was at the same time though that I was starting to work on the problem that I think has obsessed my entire life, which is what's the pathway between nihilism and totalitarianism? Like, is there a genuine pathway between those two pathological extremes? So, and I think those things wove together. I had a serious problem to solve, and I also tried to begin to sort out my language and really to learn how to work as well. So, and that was in my early 20s. I had lots of things to straighten out in my life, many things, and I still have many things to straighten out in my life. But I think that's it. So